Wow, so the Pisces new moon coming up February 27th. So in the sign of Pisces, we have Saturn, Mercury, the North Node, Neptune, the Moon, and the Sun. Every time there's a new moon, it conjuncts the Sun. So we have both the Sun, the Moon, Saturn, Neptune, Mercury, and the North Node all in the sign of Pisces, which is, I said, the pile up, the major planet pile up in Pisces. And this is what this is. It's almost like bringing that, like the stutter or the explosion or the putt before. And maybe we are doing this like putting along because we have Mars in Cancer, another water sign. And then we have Venus in Aries and Jupiter in Gemini, which all of these aspect this new moon in major ways. So start off talking about Pisces. Pisces in the 12th house speaks about spirituality. So and water, it's water sign, so it's emotions. So we're talking about the right side of our brain. And it's funny because we've been talking all week on our live about casting our nate to the right side. And yeah, so perhaps we are doing this, especially with Mercury in the sign of Pisces. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and we have Jupiter in Gemini, which expands things and puts everything, it makes everything bigger. Where it's like taking a magnifying glass to it, or like blowing it up, and I see everything like pulling together as well. And Mercury is the messenger planet. It talks about the mind and messages, and this is all forms of communication, thoughts, words, technology, all these things of the mind. And when it's in a water sign, we could be thinking emotionally, or these thoughts could be like fluid thoughts, like they're not stable. We don't have any planets besides Uranus and the South Node in Earth signs. So our foundation might feel like just that we have no foundation. It's like water under us, or like we're floating in the air. And speaking of floating in the air, things might be like falling from the sky, or unnatural things like the fake snow that they're pouring out of the coast of Mexico, and you could see it comes from a pinpoint. Like if you track the storm, what storm comes a pinpoint? It's coming from a building. They're squirting it out. Think I'm crazy? I am crazy. But now let's talk about Saturn, the rules, the restriction. And when we have Saturn in Pisces, we're trying to look at our dreams from a realistic point of view. And this Saturn is almost like that, like questioning the validity, and this could be like, oh, it's too good to be true type situations, things like this, where it's almost like the boundaries are fluid here in Pisces. This could bring us like mental things, especially with Uranus, like rebellion, going against the status quo, breaking free from these things, escaping the mind in Pisces, especially with Neptune. This is very dreamy, very intoxicating, very mesmerizing too. We might be captivated and drawn to like one thing obsessively at this time. There could be shakeups, especially with Uranus here and Mars in Cancer. This could be bringing nerve systems, explosions in the water, explosions, emotionally. And we have the moon and the sun. Now, the sun in Pisces, this is where we're moving from Aquarius, the mind, this rational, logical way we do things, to Pisces, which is emotions and our feelings and our psychic ability and how we feel things. So we're moving from thinking to feeling, and it's bringing us to bigger and better things. So 'tis the season to follow your heart into new starts. And, it might, this new start might end, but love is just that. Love is the beginning and the end of all things. So when this one thing comes to end, a new thing begins, and it all ends and begins with love. And it's as if we follow our heart, we're going to be brought, drawn, pulled to what is for us, our dreams come true, what we wished for or dreamed of when we were a child, things like this, almost like fairy tale, and like fairy tale endings, fairy tale beginnings. And this was a lot about the live too, with this energy. It's like, is it a fairy tale or is it factual? And this is this question. My Saturn in Pisces with Jupiter and with Venus here, where really Venus is about to be in retrograde. It's in a shadow period, so we're really like overlooking and redoing and reviewing past relationships, past loves, our shadow self, past lives, all of this coming out. Yeah. So we'll just do all signs because I think I covered everything in here. Yeah, Pisces, the end is the ending of these things. We're coming into Pisces, where this is the season of transformation, where this is the end, where Aries begins. This is the ending. The endings come, and newness comes, and this new moon is a time to do that. Make plans, have rituals, make a vision board, do things like this to align with our goals. We're aligning with our goals. All right, yes, thank you all so very much. Let's go to Aries. Aries, wow, we have the Queen of Cups. This is very intuitive, very intuitive. This is a new relationship, it's like we're leveling up, we're stepping up into this. We're coming from this, the Five of Swords, or we get this intuitive thing. Yeah, I say we're in this battle. It's a head battle in a sense with the Five of Swords. Everyone gets hurt, but you come out this winner. It's as if you come out this winner of this game. I won the lady, I won the love. Something like this. Perhaps you won the Queen of Cups, which this is this psychic energy. It's almost like now we're doing this divination using crystals, something about this ice, about help, about this water. It's being very in tuned. Perhaps we're getting special messages about love. And on the undercurrent, this is the Seven of Pentacles. So we really are releasing these things. Perhaps this is the Five of Swords. This is the battle, releasing, dumping the things that we've had in this wheelbarrow. It's like, oh, I had it for this long, so you have to keep it. No, if it's drowning you down, it's better to let it go. And that's what this new moon is about, letting go of the chaos, finding peace, surrendering to this peace. All right, Taurus, for this new moon in Pisces. All right, we have the Six of Wands in reverse with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So there's this imbalance, a loss, a great big loss in a sense with this Jupiter and Leo. It's like a loss of what we love, or a loss of pride, a loss of confidence perhaps. But the Spirit takes us back to dig in the trash, to pick up the things that we forgot, to put it back the way we left it, nicer than the way we left it. Perhaps it's taken us back to some kind of mess to clean this up. It's like it's taken us back to clean it up. Perhaps we went back, got in the trash, figured out all this stuff. It's like we're digging up these things that we already threw away. And this is the Spirit taking us, this passport. It's like one-way ticket to the Six of Wands, which is a loss. So this is telling us to go backwards at this time, especially when it comes to relationships. Digging in the trash for shit that we already threw away. The Spirit's taking us away from this by this loss. It's like, oh, you'll receive a fall off from this. And this is the Spirit actually taking us with the Queen of Wands. We're supposed to be here and now. Perhaps we're uncertain as to what we want. It's almost like confused. Neptune and all this water energy for these, like for signs like Taurus, is, you know, everything's changing and we just want to stay the same. Alright, Gemini for this new moon in Pisces. Alright, so we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and that flew all the way over there. Perhaps this is a lack of teamwork or breaking away. It's like we have to really lacking the skills with this, with our intuition, or with this depression, or perhaps we need we paid for some kind of help, and the help that we paid for, they took over, they walked over on us or something. It's as if something like this three is in between these two, but the Two of Cups were coming into some kind of new relationship, or it's like a new relationship, but a new collaboration. After being in this Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like we go from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles to this Two of Cups, where we're watering our flowers. We're really working hard at this. It's almost as if we're really fixing ourselves. We're watering our flowers, and then boom, it takes us to the Nine of Pentacles, where we're in this abundance, this comfort, this real Venusian energy, this Taurus energy. And it's as if from being in this alone position at the Nine of Pentacles, you know, this nine's coming to an end. It brings us, like we have to be in this Nine of Pentacles energy to receive the Two of Cups here. Then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Hermit. So this is really, the Five of Pentacles is in reverse, so perhaps by putting all this work into us, we're finally able to get something. We can afford it. Perhaps we pay to these people, and this is where it's like, oh, well, because of this, there's a loss, and we hire these people, but it's like we go within. Perhaps we fire the people, we lack the teamwork, we get away from this group and go with this, the Nine. Again, another Nine, which is all about this solitude. So Gemini, we're coming really into ourselves. It's like we have to be into ourselves in order to come into this Two of Cups. This Two of Cups is both surrounded by all of these. This lack of teamwork, breaking free from this group. This solitude, connecting to the spirit. This, again, solitude, connecting to the spirit. And this is really hard work. Beautiful Gemini. Alright, for Cancer, my fellow Cancerians, I have Cancer rising. It's all Cancer rising sun. If you have any other Cancer placements, Cancer for this new Pisces. Alright, so something's locked. It's locked. Perhaps it's judgment. The judgment's locked. It's like we have this one point of view, and this is all we see. This is all we can see. This is all we can think about. This is all we can do. It's like slow and steady. I hear like 10 a day. This is the card where I say we're really working. We're working out, and in order for us to work out, we have to like really break something. Like these muscles have to rip open in order for them to heal right, for them to grow. So something about this breaking, and it's this long process, this whole process to get these muscles. Perhaps with the moon behind it, this is something about the spiritual muscles, or keeping a dream dictionary, a dream journal, being very psychic, or something about there's something hidden in this. Perhaps it's like, oh, well, we're riding too fast. There's something under. It's like we're not listening to our body or our intuition, and we fall off of this bike. But we have the Two of Wands here, so this leads to some kind of expansion. Perhaps we have to fall off this bike in order for this expansion to happen. Because then the Six of Swords, the spirit comes and gives us a one-way ticket to heal, to unlock this healing. Which is beautiful. Perhaps then we see, it's like now it all comes out. We're moving from this place to place, this 10 of Wands, like all these burdens that we're carrying. Let's put this to do with releasing emotions. You know, Mars is in your sign, retrograde, so it's very aggravated, aggressive, protective, you know, very fiery energy. Blow up. It's like water blow up. Emotional blow up and overflow. And then there's the judgment upright. Leo, for this Pisces new moon. Wow, we have the judgment in reverse again. Capricorn, maybe Capricorn. Cancer had that with the Knight of Cups in reverse. So perhaps there is some kind of bad, mild judgments, like something's hidden, or there's some kind of loose ends when it comes to this, like, no closure. We had a breakup, but there's no closure. Perhaps this is what the Sun is here in reverse. This loss. You know, with the Six of Wands, this is the loss of love, a love loss. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, this could be a love within herself, or this pain that, perhaps this pain that created this pearl. It's as if we're releasing this. Perhaps this is what we have to do. This has to do with the detox, or releasing this, releasing the pain. It's as if we get this pearl after this pain. And it's like we have to fall off the horse and go through this dark depression in order to come into this Knight of Wands energy. Perhaps we do have to be very brave and risk-taking. You know, this Knight of Wands is jumping into a burning building. Perhaps, you know, this reading would help you with the fire signs. Yeah, Leo, that help you. We talked all about that. Virgo. Oh, wow, Virgo. So we have the Star in reverse. We have some kind of truth coming out. This truth that's coming out, or this healing that we're doing, it's like we took a chance, we risked it all, and we lost. Perhaps with this Ten of Pentacles, this could also be a breakup, or some kind of, like I said, we lost all this money. Or perhaps it's like a family breakup, or some kind of, we're breaking these traditions, these long-term traditions, and it's like we're leaving this behind. We're leaving a house that we've been here for so long. We're leaving something behind. With the Fool, we're coming out of our comfort zone. We're coming out of this comfort zone and into the unknown. And this unknown is bringing us to this Ace of Pentacles, which this is this new beginning, a new way to go. It's like a new plan. It's creating a new option for us with the Ace of Cups still on the underneath. Perhaps this comes from planned breakup or planned detox. Right. Libra for this Pisces new moon. Pisces new moon for Libra. All right, this is affecting us differently. Perhaps the secret's out, and now we're packing our bags. We're leaving. This creates like you know, this Uranus energy where it's like boom. Now we have a block in the road. This is a fortunate situation that perhaps puts this creation on hold, brings this mother away, brings a separation between mother and child. Perhaps it's like lacking the love of this. It brings a delay in this creation, but it's a fortunate event. Perhaps it knocks us off, or like, it's like, oh, boom, the water broke and now it came early. This is the fortune. With the High Priestess, the Devil in reverse, and the Three of Cups. This is really celebrating. We're celebrating the release of this codependency, whether it is with the person, with drugs, with some kind of something, and we're coming into ourselves, into this. It's like we hold the knowledge. The truth is inside of us. This very psychic energy. Right. Libra, Scorpio. Oh, there's your card, Scorpio. The Four of Cups, the Moon, the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Justice in reverse. So we have this Four of Cups, and this is this offering. We're offered this new love from the Spirit with the Four of Cups here, but we're focused on the subconscious, on the unknown, on these secrets, on this deceit, on, you know, what we don't know yet. Is It's as if focusing on this unknown is distracting us from the spirit. Then we have the judgment here, the judge, this King of Swords, almost like this is how we have to be, logically, facts, proof, things of this sort. It's as if we're rising above the issue and we're being very strategical when it comes to these plans emotionally. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, perhaps this is plans that have to do with our family, about being a mother, taking care of ourselves, these natural things. It's like we're doing it all natural. And there's some kind of injustice. There's an imbalance with the scales. Perhaps this has to do with the lack of this logical thinking. That's why we have the king here, like really important here in the middle, like we have to really stand up. Perhaps this is the injustice of this queen, and this is what's hidden. That's why the spirit has to offer you something new. Perhaps there is an injustice that we have to pour our mind and our time into to be this judgmental. We almost have to be judgmental where we're looking at the facts, our subconscious, our mental, the mind, and this is what we're focusing on instead of focusing on the spirit. Deep Scorpio. Alright, Sagittarius for this Pisces new moon. Alright, so we have the Page of Wands with the King of Wands in reverse. Wow. It reminds me of that reading where we had all of them up reversed. Oh, that was a members only video though. You're gonna have to become a member to see that. It's all these in reverse, and then the fire signs was like, okay. I posted a video called Fire Signs to Actions, something like this, Passions to Actions, and this is that with the Page of Wands. This could be some kind of bad news, that gets us like, rushing around and like really stressed out with the Nine of Swords, like, oh, this is all I can focus on, this bad news or this project, this teamwork. It's as if this King of Wands in reverse, it's almost like we're stressing about this project, but the people are involved are not managing it well. They're bringing some kind of bad news, and this bad news is creating some kind of management. With the Queen of Wands, all the Wands family is in reverse. Like we're lacking this discipline, or we're lacking the intuition, we're lacking the passion, this fire energy. Sag. Yes, fire signs would be helpful. Perhaps your fire is out. We have to surrender. Surrender to this King of Wands and the Page of Wands. We're really going within. We're coming through these endings. It's like we're traveling with all of these boxes to release them. We're releasing this. We're releasing this heartbreak, this hurt. Releasing the heartbreak, the hurt. All right, Sag. Capricorn. Capricorn. 2777. And another 7. 1 6 is a 7. So we have the Tower. This Tower in reverse is a warning that the Tower is coming. Perhaps we start from this side where we had this 7 of Pentacles. It's like this is now done. It's now out the oven, or perhaps it's not yet cooked or something. With the Chariot in reverse, we fall off. Perhaps it's like, a sporadic, we fall, drop all the hot things, and now we come into this Knight of Pentacles where we're tracking this new plan. It's like we're making a new map. It's like almost like we're going around this. It's like we have to go, we're making a map to go around the Tower. Or perhaps it's like rebuilding from the ground to up with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Begin in the here and now. Perhaps we're afraid to jump in this building. Okay. Aquarius, new moon in Pisces. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Wands. So we're finally out of the cold. We finally got this money back. Perhaps that came with this separation. It's as if these two things that we were putting together didn't go right. 27, 22. And this page is like, okay, now we have a new plan. We're cutting down all these trees. We're doing this. We're doing this. And he knows what he wants to get there. Perhaps in order to do that, this separation has to take place in order for us to come in from out of the cold, or to get what we, the Seven of Swords. It's like we have to follow a trail. There's a trail here, or some kind of strategy. It could be a lie or deception. With the King of Cups then on the split with this love, perhaps he's like, oh, let's stand backish when it comes to this new love. Or perhaps we are being in this King of Cups energy. Alright. Pisces, last but not least, is for this new moon in Pisces. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles up right now with the Chariot, the Empress, and the Ten of Cups. So this is a very happy family. It's as if we're planning on a choice to make, or the way to go. We're on the right track to this new creation, to this mother, to this love. And it's as if it takes us to the Ten of Cups, which is this big happy family. These two are in the deep subconscious. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. This looks like a beautiful relationship, Pisces, with the mother and the father. This Knight of Wands is very brave. It's almost like he's coming in to save this queen, to help her. It's like, okay, we come in to save this queen. Perhaps he's saving you from this fire. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, perhaps it's something we need to let go of, or this brings some kind of delay in our plans, or perhaps we have to pay for this. Whew, thank you all. I hope this was helpful. I did this all less than 30 minutes. So yeah, hopefully so. I hope this was helpful for everyone, and I hope y'all enjoy this new moon with your new rituals and set intentions for this new season to come. Love y'all.